Well, hello, my beautiful Taurians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for March 2025. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam. Okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, this is your monthly reading for March. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What can they expect in the month ahead? Well, March has come around already, and I have to give it to you straight. This is the month to expect the unexpected. We have 2 major eclipses occurring this month, and eclipses, they mean that life, well, it can change on a dime. Now, that doesn't mean that the change will be negative, of course, because there are so many incredible opportunities available to you too. But these eclipses, they can fling you out of your comfort zone and influence you to make radical changes. This is the month of the wake-up call, and it's just in time for the astrological start of the year. It actually heralds the gateway to the spring or the autumn equinox, depending on where you are in the world, of course. Spring cleaning of the soul, anyone? Or is it more of an autumn declutter of the heart? Well, the first full moon eclipse, it occurs in the sign of Virgo, so expect this to influence your productivity. You're locked onto your goals, completing tasks to super high standards, getting them out of the way, and then you're on to the next. Organization mode will be fully activated. Expect to also pay more attention to your health too this month. Now, this full moon eclipse, it will amplify so many mixed emotions. But it is actually the perfect time to release and let go of pressure, stress, or anything that's been weighing you down. However, it could make you feel a little bit cranky or critical, so I would say don't forget to be compassionate towards your wonderful self, my beautiful Taurians. Now, we've officially moved into Pisces season, so whilst you're busy making life happen for you, you'll also feel compelled to let your imagination run wild. Maybe catch up with friends, romance your life a little bit more with art, festivals, music, and surrender to the inner poet. Your sensitivity may be running at an all-time high as well, encouraging you to embrace the mystical side of life. You'll also have a healthy balance between nurturing your dreams whilst taking practical actions to make them become a reality. You may also be drawn to health practices such as lymphatic drainage or reflexology to stay on top of your foot health as well. Now, this month is the month to get back on track, and as we move into Aries season, it's a perfect time to launch a new project or a lifestyle change. Venus's retrograde might also see an X reaching out too, but with Mercury retrograding at the same time, the message will probably end up going straight to your spam folder. We might also see apps or technology temporarily glitching this month and the odd power outage due to freak storms as well. Now, we do have a huge shift occurring this month. Neptune, it returns to the sign of Aries, and this is a big deal for many reasons. On a personal level, it's actually mainly positive. It amplifies where you feel confused or frustrated in your life so you can find clarity or solutions to course correct. Anything you've not gotten round to starting, well, this is the month to face it head on and launch straight into action. This shift also continues to encourage humanity towards a huge awakening. Those who've been asleep, as it were, will start to awaken, and we can already feel it, but you'll actively notice more people questioning the status quo, seeking more mindfulness and reaching out to groups or communities that align with similar beliefs or values. Now, this shift really is so significant. The last time it occurred was 1861 to 1875, and we only have to look back at what occurred during this period to see what we might expect in the coming years. It really is a big deal for society. New structures are being ushered in. Now, globally, and please fast forward this part if you don't wish to hear it, I've been a little bit concerned with the combination of the following transition, especially since Mars, planet of passion and fiery clashes, is currently direct in the sign of Cancer, triggering emotional responses to conflict. And Venus, planet of love and harmony, it makes a rare retrograde from the 1st of March to the 12th of April. Now, these two planets, they've been keeping a lid on various conflicts, escalating to unmanageable boiling points. Until now, of course. And I really hope I'm wrong, but we may see an escalation of hotbed situations as we approach April. Also, as Pisces shifts to Aries energy during this month, we could see a leader of faith leave the earthly plane and be replaced with someone who's already been prepared for the role, and they'll basically going to be stepping into a very challenging environment. I was given a sentence by my guides, and I saw a vision just before I was writing the monthlies out for everybody. And of course, I was given, I see the smoke. It's already written. So do with that what you will. I tend to write down like a list of planetary actions that are occurring in the month that may affect the collective and the energies we can tap into for the positive. So that's what turned up when I was addressing that. Now, also, I want people to be aware, of course, that economically, Neptune in Aries, it zeroes in on core inflation. However, we might only start to see the actual effects of that when Saturn retrogrades in the middle of July. And with 2 eclipses this month, we may see a financial wobble, but everything is being held together by Saturn right now. We'll also see more political leaders step down or be replaced, if you know what I mean. Even someone who has not held office long. I cannot tell if this part is from March, but I know that the framework for this is already being prepared for. I can see it in my vision, so it will happen. And basically, corruption will continue to be outed in all walks of life. 2025 is certainly the eye-opener of truth, as I mentioned in the yearlies. We're already seeing an increase in seismic activity as well, even in areas not prone to it, but the Ring of Fire in particular, which extends through Tonga all the way round to Chile, it will become more activated as we start to move into Aries season, for the obvious reason that it's fire, of course. Now, the Earth, it moves all the time, and I mentioned in my yearly forecast, underwater volcanoes would also start to activate. And we've already seen a confirmation of this in the Aegean Sea since January. But there is more to come, and as the world plates become more active, we're going to see, of course, more seismic shifts. We're currently in a period where new landscapes are reshaping, both personally and also in terms of the Earth. And as we approach the super new moon in Aries on the 29th, which coincides, of course, with a solar eclipse. This is going to be major energy, okay? Well, it'll actually feel on a personal level like a fresh new start across the board. Your passion, your curiosity, your thirst for adventure increases. Bold and daring, you ambitiously stride towards your dreams and goals, accessing double luck along the way. So anything you've been meaning to start, begin it now, especially before Mercury turns retrograde. Now, I want you to be aware that if you do start something in a Mercury retrograde, it's not really negative. It just means that it'll take a longer process. You may have to, tweak a plan or revisit something, for example. So it's not like super negative. I want you to be aware of that. But it's always good to start things when Mercury is direct. But basically, this period, it charges your intentions, supports any new ventures, and even breathes new life into anything that you already have in motion to amplify more rewarding results. So, a lot of you could return to something in the month of March, something that you already have on the go. And this Mercury retrograde will actually help you like revision it or in some way kind of like revamp it and breathe new life into it. That's going to be super positive. Okay. So let us see what is happening for you personally. Well, I can tell you right now, I can see an image in the water of a juggler, okay? So that's what I'm seeing. So yeah, busy month, lots of multitasking, but I feel like you're keeping all the balls in the air, or you're spinning the plates, as it were. I can literally see someone juggling. So either you will literally see someone juggling in the month of March, and this indicates some really positive news coming your way. Looking at the energy, yep, King of Cups, something you're really going to love there. So pay attention to your surroundings. You could literally see that. But I feel more that it's your energy, that you've got a lot on the go right now. You've got a lot on your plate, a lot on your mind, and you're going to be keeping things running smoothly. But of course, you know, if you think about the nature of juggling, it requires your intense focus. And it could be you feel that some things are a little bit up in the air, but you're going to be able to manage them with panache. And I definitely see that, you know, your first card, Toil and Labor, indicates that, of course, you're keeping your life running as smoothly as possible by working really hard for whatever it is that you're accomplishing. So this is your protagonist energy. You know you have some work to do. For some of you, this could be inner work. It doesn't have to be like in a job, for example, especially with that Two of Swords. Some of you are deeply thinking about something, withdrawing in order to work out how you feel about something. But, you know, with this actual picture, as you can see, this is like behind the scenes. So it could be like you working out the inner workings of a plan, or watching how something works, learning, you know, the fine details, or fine-tuning something this month that really helps you, you know, be very successful indeed. Queen of Swords at the end of the month there, it tells me you're going to be super structured, very kind of like serious and productive about whatever it is that you're doing. But there may be a little bit of a juxtaposing energy, because your fifth house is governing you at the beginning of the month. And that's all about the pursuit of pleasure. So you've got tasks and responsibilities, but at the same time, you may feel like you're kind of missing out because you want to have fun. But I feel like you can find that balance in like having fun with whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is you're working on. But at the same time, you know, Two of Swords is to find that balance between going out there and letting your hair down. Because the fifth house is the pursuit of pleasure. It's really going out there, accepting invitations, you know, really coming out of your comfort zone as well, and seeking more fun and excitement, really revamping your life in some way. So it can be that you're working really hard with that Magician card to manifest something, but you're in control. That's why the Juggler energy is important, because Magician says you're in control of your circumstances, and it can literally mean that, you know, something is starting to run as it should. Now, a lot of you with this card, it can indicate that, you know, you love something that you're doing right now, and you're going to find a way to like keep it up and running, almost like it runs itself. You know, this is machinery, so of course there's people there, so it can be that, you know, you are doing something and you're utilizing either AI or some sort of computer software program or the internet in some way, or something technical that can actually aid you in your working environment. So this could be the tools. Some of you may be actually purchasing tools this month, or basically using the tools that you have at hand to be more independent in your working circumstances. Especially if you're an entrepreneur, this could be you like getting new magical equipment that's really going to aid you and extend your reach in your business with clients or projects, or maybe even overseas endeavors there as well. But also, a lot of you, I feel this is more about working on yourself to be more independent. And of course, it's a time to channel your energy into creative pursuits and reignite relationships and friendships. And I see a lot of you connecting to someone that you haven't heard from for quite some time. And this could be that this person is reaching out to you. So you may be surprised to hear from someone in this month. I don't see it being an ex. I want you to be aware of that. What I see, though, is you having a conversation with someone that you truly enjoy spending time with. But life, you know, it gets in the way. So it could be that you just haven't seen them for a while. Maybe the occasional text, but you may actually meet up with this person in the month of March. There's an invitation extended there. Now, you're working really hard to make life work, okay? And life, it's pretty tough right now. I'm actually seeing in the water hot air balloons. So I feel, I mean, this could be symbolic. It's really interesting. You've got a juggler who has balls up in the air, and now we've got like balloons going up in the air. So it could mean that things are looking up, or your mindset is more positive about all the tasks and responsibilities that you have to do. I definitely see that you're on top of any kind of like time-sensitive projects or demands. I feel This could also mean that things are rising. I mean, this could literally be that, you know, there's inflation there, or some sort of like product is increasing in finances, and, you know, you can feel like it's tough. It's like you're exhausted. And some of you are like, oh my gosh, on top of all like the eclipses and all the energy that's floating out right now, it just feels like it's a lot. It just feels like it's a lot of hard work. And I feel with that Magician energy, this is about you being someone who has a lot of potential. You're someone who is actually in a very powerful position. Even if you feel like you're not right now, things are starting to change for the positive for you. You're going to be able to manage things in a very efficient way. Some of you may actually, tap into some sort of talent that is hidden there as well. So it could be that you're launching a new business, for example, or you're accessing a part of yourself that you want to reveal a little bit more of. And this could be with a friend or with a community, but it could also be through your work in some way. A lot of you, it could be that you're revealing work that you haven't shown anyone just yet, because of course that card, it is connected to projects and responsibilities, and that's life. So I feel like, you know, you are working away on something. A lot of you could be working on trying to be more independent. So as you can see, there's a little cat in the background there that always represents, being super independent, being free, but also for some of you, this could be like an air of detachment, like you don't want any distractions. You are working on something and you are super focused and locked on. And that is what the Magician card energy is about. You're motivated, you're passionate, you're in a state of action. But I would say, you know, a lot of your cards and the energy that I'm seeing is like you're flexible, you're focused on your performance in some way. And this is about you having personal power and believing in yourself. You know, everything you need is within you. And I feel that some of you may be going through a personal development phase as well, where you're phasing out anything that dulls your shine, that knocks your confidence, drains your energy. And with that Two of Swords, this could be you contemplating what is right for you, what makes you feel excited, and what, you know, gives you like life, and what is it that drains you or makes you feel a little bit like, oh, not this again. Can you tweak it? Can you approach it in a different way? Is there a way of enjoying whatever it is that you do if you have like new kind of like tools or new approaches? So a lot of you, it's like you want to revamp something in some way, because I do feel with this card, it's like business as usual or life as usual, okay? And of course, we have to keep things running as they usually are, and I definitely see that you're on top of that. You will be focused a little bit more on the family unit as well, family responsibilities, you know, the juggling aspect is like making sure that you have the benefit of having fun with that fifth house and going out there and connecting to things that bring you joy. But I'm also seeing with this Two of Swords energy that you may be trying to protect your inner peace because you have so much on your plate right now. So it could be that you need some time away, or that you are finding time to reflect, be in a peaceful state of mind. But I'm also getting this energy of having to make a decision, okay? And it feels like it's a tough decision, but I feel you're going to make the right choice for yourself, because you've got the King of Cups here and the Queen of Swords. So it's based on logic, but also emotion. So I feel like you have the balance between the two. So whatever choice you're making, I feel like you're doing a good job. So that's coming out there as well. Some of you may soundboard off family and friends, but ultimately it's your own decision. And I feel that, you know, you're making the best decision for you as well. Nine of Pentacles tells me that you are going to be able to have this sense of independence. Now, this can like manifest in many different forms. It can be that you're going to be more independent in your working environment. Some of you could literally be thinking about, because this card is to contemplate, to think, you know, maybe strategize. I mean, literally, Two of Swords can also be to balance or juggle something. But I feel this is about you having to make a decision about something, like standing up for yourself, or like kind of like challenging something, and you may be thinking before you act, okay? Because you do have the Judication card there. So it could be that you're weighing up your options, you're judging a situation. If you work for a company, for example, you may feel that you're micromanaged, or you may feel that you want a little bit more independence, or you want a little bit more mobility in your circumstances right now. It could mean that you feel like you've hit a plateau, you're at a stalemate in your position, but you may be weighing up your options. Like you may be looking at the economy and saying, okay, well, you know what, things are not so great right now. It can be that you're looking for alternative options, but you're not going to leap before you look, and you're certainly not going to perhaps leave something until you get something else. And I feel if you're looking for alternative options, I do see something coming on in that you will interview for. I see that I'm hearing right now, but I'm seeing with this card, I'm hearing it's a three-way process. So it could be an opportunity you go for where there are 3 interviews. And I feel that it's something that you will be accomplishing. So I feel 2 opportunities come your way if you're looking for a job right now, or you're looking for alternative options. And I feel one of them is an increase in money, and the other one is the same sort of money that you're on right now. If you're currently out of work, okay, and you're feeling a little bit like you're drifting, or you're in a position where you feel like nothing is happening right now, I do see that at the end of the month in particular, there's going to be a correspondence that comes your way that basically puts you in a position to get your dream job. Okay, I feel it's something that you love. I feel it's managerial. There's 2 options. I keep getting one energy is like a supporting role, and the other role is like, managerial role, a position of authority, leading a team, for example. And both those roles you will get an option to choose from. So if you're looking for work, I definitely see something happening here. But also I feel because we have the family room, some of you may even get a role where you can still work from home, for example. That's coming through. And some of you may be trying to, especially if you're an entrepreneur or launching something, you may be trying to be more independent in your working environment, and you may actually work from home. Or if you work in an office right now, it could be that you decide that it's better to work at home and perhaps cut back on like a fee, a renter's fee for your office, for example. And I don't see that there's any reason why you should, other than it just makes business sense for you right now. So I feel a lot of you are looking at your finances, having more money in your pocket, because 9 of Pentacles can indicate that you're very savvy with your budget this month, that you are saving more than you give out, because I feel you've been judging your spending habits perhaps, or you've been judging the prices increasing, and it can be that you are being really strict with yourself with that Queen of Swords. This is about creating a plan that you stick to and being structured when it comes to finances, because it's all relative and it's all connected. But the 2 of Swords, for some of you, you can feel, especially at the beginning of March, it can feel like same old thing, just a different day, okay? It just feels like you're on autopilot, you're doing what you got to do, and it can also indicate that you're taking your time to either take a break. Some of you may like take a day off from work if you're in a job, in order to just do some stuff around the home space, because I see a lot of you focusing on the home space as well. Maybe a spring clean, but it could be a little bit of DIY or restructure, or you just need some time alone. So it could be a staycation, for example, for some of you. And also I see that some of you, although you don't really have any travel cards here, but 2 of Swords can connect to wanting to come out of a comfort zone or moving into uncharted territory. So it feels like it's new, and it feels like you have to be bold and daring. And it can feel like when you move into uncharted territory, it can feel a little bit daunting. But actually, I feel that you are in a really great position to explore this month. And whatever it is that you're reaching for, I definitely see that it will be truly successful indeed, that you're in command of this, okay? Now, some of you could be tying up loose ends in order to take a vacation. There's 2 people here at the end of the month. So if you're in a partnership, it could be that you and your partner are thinking about where you feel like you belong, or you're doing some stuff in the home space. If you've just moved, for example, it could be that you're like getting things organized because you have that family room there, which, looks spotless, right? So it could be that you're getting things in order, maybe even preparing for family to come over, you're hosting something. But also I feel this is about where you and your partner feel like you belong. Because you have that family room and it's number 21, that's the World card energy. Some of you may be having very important conversations about either staying where you are or moving abroad, or finding a way to migrate your life elsewhere. It doesn't have to be abroad. It can be just in a different state or, a different environment. So these could be conversations that are coming up there. But also, I feel these are aspects of self. King of Cups means, you're leading with your heart, but also you're not just leading with your heart. You have the facts, you're informed about whatever it is that you're doing, you're structured, and you're on top of things. Now, your 12th house, the deepest part of your chart, is actually connected to you at the end of the month. So you may feel a bit more sensitive than usual, okay? But I feel like you're connecting to your higher self. You're asking the bigger philosophical questions. And these questions, if you're single right now, this could be you still asking yourself, are you happy in the environment that you're in? Do you feel like you can, rise up in the ranks in your job? Are you happy in the job that you're in? Where do you feel like you could have more fun or more spontaneity in your life? So I feel the 12th house is going to make you ask a lot of questions. And the answers, I feel, are a mixture of emotion, of course, but also you being straight with yourself, saying, okay, I have accepted this situation for too long. Two of Swords indicates something has hit a certain level and it's not going any further right now, and you are either feeling like you have to adapt, or you feel like you have to find balance, or you feel that you have to have discussion about something with either your family, your friends, or even your boss, maybe even a neighbor. So I feel an important conversation will be had this month, and you're really going to love the outcome because the outcome actually benefits you, okay? Now, of course, we have the Judication card. It's in the Resistance position. Interesting, we've also got the Judgment card. Both of them are Judgment energy, so they're in the Resistance position at first, so it can indicate right now that with the Nine of Pentacles, it's like you're reluctant to face something, or perhaps you have a project that you want to get round to, but you haven't had the time to. Well, anything that you've been avoiding, you can't avoid it this month. So I definitely see here that you're going to tackle it straight on. Even if it's a conversation with a person or an email or a call that you're meant to do, I definitely see here that you're on it. You're not kind of like avoiding anything. I just feel like you're being really straight with yourself, especially with that Queen of Swords. I feel like you're creating healthy boundaries. I also feel like you're super organized and you're clearly communicating with yourself and also with the people around you what needs to be done. And the Judication card, it can indicate that some of you may be applying for some sort of permit or some sort of job application. For some of you, it could be an extension on your home you're applying for, or you could be entering into something where you feel judged. It could be that you're training for something and you have a test, for example. Every sign that I have read for so far is literally coming up with the Judication card, so it can indicate that this is a very testing time, and you're judging where things are going in life, how things are amplifying, and that you're under a lot of pressure. It's like something has to give, but I do see the energy here where the pressure will be off, and I do see that you conquer something that perhaps has been challenging there as well. A lot of you are going to focus on, official letters or documents this month as well, because it's in the Resistance position and you have the Nine of Pentacles there as well. I would say that make sure you keep an eye on your hard copy mail. There could be some sort of official letter that comes in the hard copy mail. And with the Judgment card, this could be that you don't see it. Okay, because this is a card at first of like not facing something or not seeing it. Okay, and the Judgment card will be like a wake-up call. So it could be that at the last minute you find it and you're like, oh my gosh, how did I not see this before? And it may be time sensitive. So I would say keep an eye on your hard copy mail. There may be, some sort of official correspondence that you need to respond to. For some of you, this could be jury service. Okay, it could be that you're enlisted to, have some jury service there, and you'll have to make some sort of like allowances at your work, or maybe if you have a vacation, it could be that your hands are tied and you have to either say, look, can we change the date for the jury service? And they'll judge. I feel, you'll be granted it. That's what I'm seeing there. But if you don't have like a valid reason to get out of the jury service, if you don't want to do it, of course, some people, looking at the energy, I think you probably love doing it. But if you're someone who doesn't really want to get involved in that, I feel, you could have to state a case, for example, as why you should avoid it, because the Judgment card is there, which is a card of avoidance. Now, this can also indicate, especially since it's in the Resistance position, it can indicate that some of you are currently going through some sort of separation or a removal of you from an environment. So whether that is you separating from a working environment, or you're going through a divorce or a separation in a relationship, firstly, I'm sending you a huge hug out there, because when you're moving into uncharted territory and you feel like you're stuck in this kind of like cycle of discovering new landscapes, or kind of like in a new pace of life, shall we say, it can be a little bit discombobulating. So sending so much hugs and so much love out to you there. I feel it is a process that's like stuck in the system, because I'm just getting this energy of like Two of Swords, things are at a stalemate, something's stuck in the system. So it could be that your divorce settlement is taking a long time, or if things are not finalized yet, I do see that you'll move on from that, but it may happen in the next month, like April, for example, but it's like in the works. For some of you, you may have applied for something and it just feels like it's stuck in the system. If this is something like a visa or a passport and it's time sensitive, and perhaps you're either traveling or relocating in some way and you haven't heard, I would say chase it, because I am getting this energy of like it's stuck in the system. It's on someone's desk and they just haven't seen it yet. So I would give them a little bit of a nudge. That's what is coming through there. Don't wait to the very last minute just because you haven't heard anything. I would just do like a little backup call and say, hey, did anyone get my application or subscription or whatever it is that you are applying for or trying to officiate at this time. For some of you, it could be a business permit. You know, this card is also about doing things officially, making some sort of structure or making something official, okay? So because there's two people there, for some of you, this could be you, if you're dating someone, making it official this month. So congratulations to you both. I can see that, you know, there's an energy of, you know, a lot of love here, but also, you know, communication, being open and honest with each other, and in alignment with the intentions for the vision you both have for your future. For some of you, you could also be invited to your friend's wedding, for example, and you may be weighing up whether you should go there or not. I mean, I feel a lot of you really want to go there, but there may be something that you have to rearrange, because I'm just getting this energy of you kind of like getting out of something that you particularly don't want to go to in order to go to something you really do. Okay, so some of you may be canceling something during this month in order to go to something more enjoyable, because your fifth house is saying, hey, is this enjoyable? No, scrap it. Let's go to this one instead. Where's the party at? So that's what I'm feeling for a lot of you right now. But, you know, some of you, because this is in the resistance position, I feel like you're learning not to judge yourself so harshly, because the upright energy indicates sometimes either you feel judged in a situation, or you feel like you do judge yourself and your progress. You're working really hard, but it just feels like with that Two of Swords, it's like you're in the same place, or you're at, you know, some sort of stagnant position right now, and you're wondering, does it ever change? Well, the answer is yes, it does change. And I feel that a lot of you, you know, there is a sense of purpose being reignited, a wake-up call for you. So it could be that you're restructuring something in your world in the month of March, but you're going to love the outcome because you're following your heart, you're following your passions, but also you have the structure to make sure that, you know, it happens, okay? I'm being given a word, fail-safe. Okay, fail-safe. So it's like you've got a safety net as well, or the universe is supporting you. I just feel like whatever it is you're launching or trying to develop or you're connecting to at this time, because everybody's focus is going to be different, it's like you're safe. There's no failure. I always say there's no such thing as failure, because actually we learn how to do something different. You know, every person who created something in this lifetime, they didn't just wake up one morning and say, you know what, I know how to create electricity. No, they were in their, explorative phase. They're in their laboratory trying to make things work. And one day it's like, oh, that didn't work. Okay, let's tweak the plan. They didn't give up. They tried something different. So we don't fail, we learn. And I feel that is a strategy that you are, implementing in your life right now. And I don't see any sort of failure energy here for you. So I want you to be aware of it. You're safe to explore. new territory. And that Judgment card energy, it's really an indication that, you are reaching for a new life. But in order to do that, it requires a new version of yourself. And it requires you to let go of some things that you feel are hindering you, bad habits, cycles of repeat. Where do you waste your time? You're owning your time this month and saying, no, I've got something to do. I got a sense of purpose, and you're making it happen. But also the Judgment card, partnered with the Two of Swords, it's like you're weighing up your options, then you're making a definitive decision on something, and you're going to love the outcome because you're making the right decision there for you as well. Now, of course, the Judgment card is a rebirth in energy. So a lot of you, there is going to be this kind of like an awakening of your third eye, of course, but also this is a card of self-analysis. That's why I mentioned you being a little bit of a harsh critic, okay? 9 of Pentacles here indicates that you are someone who basically is fabulous. I'm not blowing smoke up here, you know what, but I feel, you're doing a great job based on the circumstances that you've got, but sometimes you don't give yourself credit there. And these cards literally mean that altogether. So I feel this is a month where you actually take stock really of how things are going down and going, you know what? Actually, I'm showing up. It's hard, but I'm doing my bit. And I feel like, you're going to come out on top for whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish at this time. Now, 9 of Pentacles, initially, it's in the resistance position, little bit of perfectionism there or workaholism. So your 5th house is really going to fight hard to make sure that you do get out there and have fun, connect to things that are in your neighborhood, maybe go outside your usual parameters, because the Two of Swords is like, you know what, there are things that you do that are fun, but they're the things that you do every day or every week or every month. This is you kind of like now wanting to try something else. So I feel you could be going outside your usual parameters or checking out new things that open up in your environment, or maybe even just a little bit further afield, pop-up stores, pop-up restaurants, markets, things like that, festivals. I just feel like you want something new right now because you're at that Two of Swords energy. But also, the 9 of Pentacles is to get out more in nature, is to come out of your comfort zone, and it's also, a prioritizing energy where you're disciplined, self-reliant, you're focusing on your projects, but also, whatever money you're making, you're being able to save, a substantial amount. Of course, as soon as money comes in, it goes out on the bills and all of the stuff. But this month you may be able to save a little bit more based on how you approach your financial strategy there. And I feel like you're actually going to love it. I feel some of you may treat yourself to something for the home space. Could be that, you are doing a little bit of DIY, or you're actually going to purchase something that really looks nice in your home there. Some of you could also be more independent, and independence can show up in many different forms. I already mentioned that if you're in a company and you feel micromanaged, this is you exerting your talents and showing what you're made of, and that there is no need for anyone to micromanage you. For some of you, this could also be that you live in the family home. And whilst you love the opportunity to be able to do that, to save so that you can actually rent an apartment or purchase something later on down the line, it can feel like everybody's on top of each other, and it just feels like you're trying to protect your inner peace. You're trying to live your life, but at the same time factor in that you live in your family home. This is the quest for more independence. That 12th house is all about your quest as well. So it could be that, you find an opportunity where you can move out and have your own apartment, or maybe even purchase something, get on the property ladder, for example. For some of you, this could be that you're running your own independent business, and it's hard, but you're doing something by the book there. You're actually creating some sort of financial or legal structure. You're making it official. You could be launching a new product if you're an entrepreneur, or it could be that you're leaving a company in order to be your own boss, for example, because a lot of the cards at the end of the month, it's all about bossing up and, really taking ownership of your life, doing something that you love, and I also see that a lot of you are spending time with your nearest and dearest and your family, of course, but I feel this month for you, it's all about structure. It's all about protecting your inner peace, making sure that you're focused, and whatever it is you're working on. For some of you, this could be personal development. This could be you like working on your health or your body in some way, or maybe it is on being more mindful with that Two of Swords, doing some meditation or quietening the inner critic there. Whatever it is you're working on, you're really going to conquer it. it or get on top of it there. Also, the Nine of Pentacles is a card of building wealth, of course, secure foundations, and also a glow up. You know, this could be that you're focusing on your beauty routines during this time. I mean, for some of you, and I hate giving this message, but some of you, a beauty product that you like, it may go up in price. Nobody likes to hear that, okay? But for some of you, it could be that either you've already, bought like a stock of it. You may have like some of it already like stocked away, and you're like, haha, inflation, I bought loads of it before things went up. But for some of you, you may actually find like some sort of website or some sort of store that still sells it at a reasonable price there as well. So that's something that's random, but it just came through there, okay? Now, this is a card of success, but it's also an achievement of aligning yourself with goals. And I feel you're working hard towards your prosperity, to live a comfortable life. I mean, that's all that us humans really want. We just want to get up, live a comfortable life, and, you know, make sure we feel financially secure and enjoy the journey. And I feel this is what you're all about this month. It's like, why does it have to be so hard? So a lot of you could be taking stock, because you do have the Judgment cards like twice there, okay? And that Nine of Pentacles is like living your best life. And I feel like you are kind of trying to reorganize your life in a structured way in order to make sure that you bring your A game and also get the benefit. Nine of Pentacles is like readdressing the balance. Instead of giving all of your energy to something, which of course you do bring your A game, it's like, don't spread yourself too thin. Maybe focus on something that's super important. You know, the Nine of Pentacles, the figure on that card always keeps 6 pentacles back and gives out 3. It's like, you know what? I'm still investing in life, but I'm not giving all of myself to this situation unless it gives back. So it could be that you're readdressing the balance, and that's across the board there. Also, I mean, I feel right now, because some of you are kind of like judging how far you are along on your path, and when you're in the middle of it, it's hard to judge your success. But you're actually someone who's already got a lot of success under your belt. I feel that you are on the way to more, of course, and success looks differently for everyone. Some people, it could be financial. Others, it could be health. It could be also that you want to be more like active this month in the community, or you want to be more active physically, getting your steps in, for example, which will increase your health. So whatever it is you're focused on, because remember, your Magician card is your focus. What are you piling all of your energy into this month? Well, whatever it is, it's going to give back to you. You're going to see evidence that things are working out for you. But also you think about, because the Magician is all about manifestation, this is a physical card. It will become your reality. So this is about you like being mindful of what you think about. If you think about like things that worry you all the time, then of course you're going to be in a state of worry. But if you go, okay, I can change this that I'm worried about, and you set changes in motion, then you're in control of it. And if there's something that you're worried about you cannot change, do not give your energy over to worry, because it will just waste your energy. What will be, will be. So I feel like you're reclaiming your power this month in a situation, and actually I don't see anything to worry about here anyway. So that Nine of Pentacles indicates that you are creating a solid foundation here, and you're basically focused on completing stuff that you've begun a long time ago. So you got lots of fingers in your pies right now, and actually I see that you're going to see like a measure of your commitment and your hard work like flourishing in some way. There is a payoff here. Now, we do have the family room, of course, so this could be really important conversations with your family. Some of you may actually be very interested in your family lineage at this time, you know, thinking about your family heritage, but also thinking about your reputation and your own legacy. So you could be focusing on like your reputation, of course, but also like your 401ks, your acquisitions, all that you have accumulated so far, what you're working towards. If you're like guiding children and, you know, being a parent, for example, you know, it can be that you are trying to think about what it is that you stand for, your beliefs and your morals and your values, for example, and what you are extending to other people at this time. Because this card can indicate that, you know, you are focused on continuing the family lineage. But if you're looking back into your family history, of course, I feel some of you, it could be that you're learning more about your parents or guardians, for example, and how they dealt with certain circumstances. But also some of you may dive a little bit deeper back into your family tree, and you may discover some secrets. Now, these are secrets that make you smile because it reminds us that we're all human and we all work with circumstances that we got at the time. So that's coming out there as well. But I do see a lot of you with this card on a personal level. This is you towards the end of the month, because I feel like you're very sociable at the beginning into the middle, but at the end of the month you may spend a little bit more time at home, or maybe spring cleaning, as I mentioned there, and getting things organized. But I also see you hosting something. So either family or friends are coming over, or if you're someone who has like an organized event that happens at your home, I feel like you're really focused on making it special this month as well. And I also see with that King of Cups energy, I mean, a lot of you, if you're in a career, this could be some sort of like promotion, okay? And if you are in a career where you're at a certain level where you can't go any higher, some of you may actually be given an assistant this month just to help you with extra activity. I mean, because we have number 21 there, that represents end of cycles. So for a lot of you, if you are in industry, this could be that you're getting things ready for tax time. It's the end of a yearly cycle for some businesses. So it could be that you're in the midst of receipts and things. For some of you, it could also be that contracts are coming to an end. You're looking at expiry dates, service providers, so it means that you're like on top of that. Even if you're retired, it can be, you know, contracts that are connected to your finances. Like if you have a certain account, for example, that gives a certain amount of interest, it could be that it's maturing right now and you need to either move it to something else or withdraw. So it could be things like that that I'm picking up on. But that King of Cups is like a promise to yourself. I'm almost seeing like a declaration to self that I'm going to follow my heart. You know, instinctive. You are going to make the right decisions. And I feel this is about you being open-hearted this month. A lot of you, because there's two people here, it could be a conversation between two people, you and another person, where you're either deciding to work together or do something together. Queen of Swords is to be very active. It is to make a major decision that will affect you and those around you. So it could be that, you know, you're launching a business together, or you're deciding to move together, or perhaps it can be that you're discussing things way in the future of how you want things to work out, because the Queen of Swords is a very futuristic card. It means I'm turning the back to the past and I'm only focused on the future. So you're being a bit of a maverick. And these two cards, they are aspects of self. So that means that you're being really honest with yourself. You have clarity of purpose. You know what to do. You've set an intention and you've aligned yourself with it. And I feel like, you know, you're not kind of like deluding yourself. You have decided you're doing something and you're going to do it, you're going to action it, and it's going to be very successful. You're going to be so proud of yourself. I mean, this card is a card of pride, okay, of like being intuitive and making the right decision. But also I feel that a lot of you, because we have the family room there as well, it could be that you're very protective over a person and you're helping them with something or supporting them with something there as well. They may even tell you a secret or ask you to help them with something, and they want you to like just be there as a confidant in some way. But, you know, taking aside the two people aspect, I feel this is about you leading your life this month with a healthy amount of logic, but also with emotion, making a decision that factors in what your heart really wants, but also, you know, with all the facts in place there, you know logically what is the best move for you. And I feel that this month is all about strategizing, having a plan, looking at the inner workings of something, judging something before you decide to action it. And I feel financially, I do see that you're going to be able to save a little bit more and maybe even treat yourself this month as well. And what else am I getting there? Because my guides are bringing me back to the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm just getting a sense of like leaning into friendship a little bit more this month as well. Some of you, if you're searching for soul tribe members, you may actually pay for some sort of community group where you go and either do some sort of hobby, or maybe even, because right now I'm seeing like lots of people walking. I mean, for some of you, it could be a walking group or a tour perhaps. And I see that actually you could meet someone and there is a friend for life there. Some of you, if you are looking for love, I feel there is a potential here to fall in love. Okay, I feel that you could be talking to someone new, but with that Queen of Swords energy, I feel that you're a little bit unsure about the relationship at first, only because some of you may have been hurt in the past, or you've been through a separation in the past, so you don't want to rush into it. But this person, they are open-hearted, they're pure, and they're honest. And there's a lot of feeling between you both right at the very beginning. But of course, I feel like there is an energy of this spark, chemistry between you both, but I feel it's like you've been there, done that, and you don't really want to rush into it, but it will flourish into something really special indeed, okay? So a lot of you just on top of your goals and responsibilities. I mean, it's really interesting because your fifth house of having fun is influencing you, and that's really connected to the King of Cups. You know, letting your heart sing with joy, being really excited about something that you really want to do. And of course, the 12th house is the deepest part of your chart. So you're going to be very cerebral at the end of the month, you know, in your head, thinking about what it is that you want for your future, or how you envisage things to come, and you set things in motion to make it become your reality. Now, interesting that I was drawn to the cat in that first card there, and the cat has come up here for you as well. So I did mention there's like this sense of independence going on there. Some of you, there is this energy, especially since we have the adjudication card and two people there. It could be that perhaps you're called into something. You're in the middle of something in the month of March, like two people arguing, and you're like, you know what, I want no part in that. I'm just, you know, I'm avoiding that drama. It's not your circus. So I feel like you're not getting involved in that. That's something that's coming out there as well. Okay. I'm just going to go and get some final cards because my guides want me to. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? I mean, that Queen of Swords energy, I feel like you're leaving the month erecting healthier boundaries. So if you don't want to be part of something, and as I mentioned already, you know, you may be like canceling something or avoiding something that you don't really want to go to, that you've been asked to perhaps go to, and you're like, oh, I'm really not feeling it. I feel like you're honoring your own needs and saying, actually, I don't want to go. So you're not forcing yourself to go. So finally, we have Dear John, okay? Now that can indicate that you may be letting someone down this month. If you yourself is experiencing a setback, or you have done, or you've experienced a rejection, okay, I feel it's protection and redirection towards something greater or better towards the end of the month. So don't lose hope there, because I do see something really positive coming in for you. It says here, rejection, cold, hard truth. And I feel like that's what you're, you know, you're in the state right now of cold, hard truth. And it says here, breaking up. You know, for some of you, you're going through that. I don't see this as something that is going to happen. If you're with someone and you are happy right now, I feel this is something that, if you've come to this reading, it's something that you've been going through, and it's been hard, and you're just like feeling your way through it, but it does get better. And if it's a love relationship that's breaking up and you've thought, you know what, I'll never love again, the answer is no, that's not true. I do see you being partnered with the right person who's going to love you in the way that you hope for, okay? We've got divorce there as well. Strained situation, it's not you, it's me. The end, the final word, cutting cords, something is not working. Now, for some of you, as I said, you may be judging a situation that you feel is not working. So you may be just taking some time out to think about it in order to readjust it or revamp it in some way. But I feel taking stock of something and really being honest with yourself and saying, actually, is there an easier way, really will help you. You know, sometimes we keep doing something and we're like, oh, it's not working. Why is it not working? And if we just took a step back and said, okay, it's not working. Let me just go away and reflect on this. The brain is incredible supercomputer, and it will help you like find a solution, or, you know, help you like cut something out or reshape it so it does work for you, or that you can do something else that is even better. So I want you to be aware of that as well. Now we have the cat, which is all about independence, but also, you know, it's about strategizing. If you think about the cat, it does that little shuffle before it takes a leap on something that it's locked onto. But it says here, you know, apathetic, disinterested, aloof, my way or the highway, bored, unflappable, cool cat, unaffected, not my problem, what I want, when I want it, cool, calm, and disengaged. So, I mean, that Two of Swords can indicate that, of course, that, you know, you're not going to pressure yourself. It's an energy of like being unflappable during some challenging circumstances. But also I actually feel like this is you getting your way on something, to be honest, but that's coming out there with this as well. But it can also indicate that, you know, when you're bored or you're feeling frustrated, what's your go-to thing? What's your trigger? And it can be, you know, do you reach for the quick fix? And if you do, some of you are certainly making sure that you don't do that anymore. I feel like you're being really honest with yourself. So that's coming out there as well. We have airplane, okay? So, I mean, symbolically, this means progress, you know, things taking off for you. I did see the, you know, hot air balloon, so this could be that things are on the up, okay? It doesn't have to be anything negative there, but it says travel, long distance, speed, overcoming something, rising up, freedom, no boundaries, breaking free, you're in control, things are working out, things are taking off, leaving something behind in order for that to happen, and internal guidance systems. You know, as I said at the beginning, it's like you could be looking at the ins and outs, the inner workings of something. So it could be like an internal guidance system of like some sort of computer program, but it could also be your internal guidance system. You're, you know, relying on your gut instincts, but also you have the facts in order to help you with the next steps on something. But I mean, some of you could also be like tying up loose ends. You're super busy in order to take some travel there, and you're going to have a wonderful time. I see a lot of you mainly having a staycation though, but if that's not you and you do actually take a flight somewhere, I see that, you know, you're going to have a great time, but it gives you time away to think as well, to reassess and come back energized. We've also got worry beads. Okay, so that did come up there. Two of Swords is protecting your inner peace against worry or conflict or pressure there. And it says here, worry, fear, anxiety, irritated, calming, soothing, bored. That's the second time bored has come up. So I mentioned earlier that some of you may feel, oh, it's just the same old thing, just a different day. But you're revamping your life in the month of March, and everything gets a little bit more exciting as you move into April as well. So it says passing time, upset, unease, needs care, fretful, ritual, repetitive motion, de-escalate, and nervous tick. Okay, now nervous tick, if some of you are like having like a fluttering of your eyelids or something, it could indicate some sort of vitamin deficiency there as well. So in your Nine of Pentacles energy, you're focusing on your health. You may identify what has been causing that. For some of you, it's lack of sleep or lack of water, so look out for that as well. But always good to check with a practitioner if something just arrives and it's a bit unusual. So just, I feel like there's nothing to worry about here, because looking at your energy, you're moving on from this. I mean, there's a lot of energy here of you rising above something or detaching from something that has been highly pressured, or someone trying to trigger you or push your buttons. I mean, your next card is the Phoenix, and the Phoenix always rises from the ashes. So it can indicate after a challenging time, you're rising up, you're energized, you're passionate. And it says transformation, eternal soul, renewal, resurrection, rebirth, rising from the ashes, emerging. There's a new era here. Also, the word alchemy, and you're starting with the Magician card. So you're making the impossible possible. There's a magical element where things are just going to slot into place for you for the month of March there. Transmutation, ascension, and the end is just the beginning. I love that card because, you know, that really is important. there's no such thing really as an ending as well. It's only the beginning of something else. Energy transforms. It doesn't just stop there. So I feel like you are transcending towards better things and better times lie ahead. And you've been working really hard for it as well. Now we've also got Fortress. So this could be, you focused on your castle, wherever that may be. And it says here, fortitude, staying power, sealed off, prepared, backbone, endure, lasting, ready for anything, determined, unbreakable, true grit, and you've got what it takes. And I definitely see that, you have what it takes to get to where you want to go. And you will finalize some things this month. It feels like the working order of things are being finalized here, and then you're ready to springboard into something else. And whatever it is, it's like a lasting legacy, or, your family will celebrate you, or you'll be known for whatever it is that you're doing right now in your future as well. And finally, we've got the map. So this is about your direction. It's about where you feel like you need to be right now. You're assessing where you are right now, whether you're happy. I mean, your 5th house is going to really make you reflect on your happiness this month, and, things are exciting. And it says here, exploration. Yeah, you're in your laboratory this month. That's what I'm feeling. You're exploring. And it says finding your way through something. Location, unknown destination. As I said, coming out of comfort zone, unknown territory. You're moving into uncharted territories. And it says here, you're getting the lay of the land. You're planning, you're preparing, you're charting your course. So you're judging where you feel like you're at right now. You're, reading the signs. You're figuring something out. You've got a direction and you've got a new perspective. But ultimately, your inner compass is your map. And I feel like you are right on target for a lot of success, a lot of stability there. And of course, there is a map there. So some of you, got to be honest, you're looking at the way things are going in the world right now, and you're wondering, are you in the right place? Are you feeling that you need to move somewhere? You may be just keeping your eye on what's going on economically. You're just seeing things shift, and you're trying to work out how you fit into all of this and how you can make it work for you and your family. And I feel that's something that actually ties us all together, that we are one. We're all dealing with very similar circumstances in that regard. But, then we break it down even more, then of course we all have different circumstances that we're also dealing with on top of that. So it can be that there's layers right now, and you're focusing on the inner workings of things in order to just make things work. And I definitely see you being able to do that. I see you launching new things or trying new things out so you can connect to more money, better healthcare options. And I just see that you're right on target, and you have staying power. That's what I see there. Okay. You're finding your way, and you are going to figure it out, whatever it is. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a ring for you before we close. Okay, so we only have one. Oh my gosh, it's another cat. I mean, for some of you, you're literally going to be adopted by a cat this month, okay? Or it could be that you're thinking of adopting one. I mean, this is all about independence. But also, for some of you, this could literally mean that you're going to treat yourself to a new wardrobe in some way. Perhaps this is relevant to something that you're going to be doing. If you're going for like an interview, it could be that you're dressing up for that, or maybe your clothes express who you are or how you feel right now. Also, I mean, there's some cards there, playing cards in the hats. This can indicate that you're looking at the cards that life has dealt you right now, and you are basing the information and the factors that you've got with the decisions you need to make. And I feel like you are going to be independent. I feel like you're going to make your own decision, and you're going to make it work. A lot of you, it's like independent working environments or independent lifestyle. For some of you, this is, being free. And also I'm getting thank you so much, I'm so grateful. I'm just getting the intense purr of a cat. So this is very healing. This is about vibrations and how it can reset the body and create peace. So it could be that you are looking at things that have a vibration this month that maybe mess with your equilibrium. You're trying to protect yourself against that. Or maybe, if you have a cat already, you notice that their purr is super loud and it's trying to help calm you so that you can manage stress levels. That's coming out there as well. But I do see that this is a month of going off on your own, being independent, getting out into nature, exploring new territory, and just being your wonderful, fabulous self there, okay? Definitely disconnecting from any drama. I feel like you're unflappable. Anything that comes your way, you're super flexible, and you're able to manage it. I feel like you are going to have a great month. Okay, so I will leave it there, my beautiful Taurians. I hope something resonates with you there. Also, before I go, I was just going to close it down, but my guys went, no. Okay, so I'm being given an energy here for some of you. The Judgment. Okay, for some of you, if you're contesting something, okay, I feel that someone will give you a piece of advice on how to document something or articulate yourself in some way regarding contesting something, and it will like overturn whatever it is that you're trying to contest. It's like you win. Okay, so if you're going through a court case right now, or you're trying to seek compensation on something, or you're contesting something that you feel didn't happen or shouldn't happen, I feel like you're going to win. But there could be a person who comes in this month who actually gives you a piece of advice because they've been there and done that. And then you're like, oh, okay. So it's like you suddenly unlock another piece of the puzzle in life, and you know, you address something in a certain way and it kind of like helps you. Okay, so I'll leave it like that. Thank you so much, my beautiful Taurians, and love and light.